Hello everyone, my name is Darren Carnell and welcome to I've lost track now, part 4 maybe, of the Biggie Smalls paint series. This is another Patreon exclusive, so it's only here. Sorry, a hand is falling over. Okay, so we're going to carry on. I've got my paint ready. We might as well get straight on with it. So I'm going to bring this camera in, get it roughly where I think it needs to be, which hopefully will be there. Oh, almost. There you go. Hang on, let me get me in the corner. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Right. So let me just check I've got everything going, got the music going, I've got the microphone on. It is recording. For some reason the main camera is being wobbly. Let me change the settings, go on to that. There you go, that's better. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we've got this. I've done a few layers of colouring on the skin. Done the hair. It's starting to look good. Still a lot more to do to get it finished, but at least we're on the way now. So what I want to do next, I think I want to do a very thin all over wash of this chocolate brown colour. Just because I was looking at some reference pictures. Where can I put chocolate brown? So I'll put it in there. I was looking at some reference pictures and looking at the head where it stands after the last video, the last painting, and it's going in the right direction. I just thought the shade of brown that it was going all over wasn't quite right. It needed to be warmed up a little bit, and that's basically what I'm hoping this colour will do to it. And the only problem with doing this is that it makes the whole head wet again, which means I've got to wait before I can do anything different to it. Should be okay though. Tell you what is a problem, because it's wet and because the head is quite shiny, it's not sticking to the... It is in some places, but in other places, like the water's just running off it, which is not what we want, because then that means it won't dry properly. Just looking at some reference pictures again while that's drying. Okay. while the paint is wet, I'm taking some of the thicker paint and just dabbing it all over, and what will happen is, because the surface is still wet, it will spread throughout the liquid. It's like if you put a load of water on a piece of paper or a canvas or something and drop some paint in the middle, the paint will sort of spread out throughout the thing. And this will do a similar thing, but it'll be a bit more blotchy, but it will be deliberate blotchy that I've chosen because of where I'm putting the paint, but it will be uneven in a way that skin is. If you do anything and it's too perfect, it just won't look real. So you have to make things look not wrong, but you have to make things look like they're not perfect, because we're not perfect, to put it simply. So the more you can make things uneven and random, but while still looking, it's kind of difficult because you want it to look deliberate. You don't want things to just happen without any control from you, because otherwise you're not going to get the result that you want. But you do want it to look like nature made it happen instead of you, if that makes sense. So I'm just, with this, I'm just doing a thin coat of the colour. I'm not trying to do anything fancy here. I'm just giving it a thin wash of the colour. Probably doing it off the camera as well, which is naughty. Sorry, I'm turning sideways because I've got the paint here a little bit over to my left, so I'm turning left to put it on, and I'm then realizing that I'm not under the camera anymore. And I will fix that bit at the back. It's fine, it's at the back, it'll be under clothes, doesn't matter, but I will paint it and get it covered. But this is already looking good. I like that, the colour of that with the wash, because that's going to give me a good base to add some darker bits and some lighter bits and some random bits. If I can just get it to sit on the peg, there you go. Awesome. Right. Now the problem now is that I've just started a video 9 minutes ago, and oh, excuse me, apart from the fact that I've just burped, the head and, well, everything I'm painting is wet. So I'm going to have to see what needs doing that I can do while it's wet. I got it. Right, I know what I'm doing. Let's put that on the thing for now. Stay. Okay, I'm going to put some colour on the lips for now, and I'm going to do that with, let's see, looking at a couple of pictures. Definitely going to be some skin colour. I want there to be some red in there as well. Eeny, meeny, miny. Okay, I will try it with a deep red instead of the bright red. And we'll see how it goes. Definitely need to go and buy more skin colour though, because it's getting a bit sticky. I'll mix a little bit of brown in there too. That might be quite good to start with. Okay, I'll get a thin brush. Whoops. Pick up the head. Okay, let's get some of this colour. Now, the lips, I suspect, are going to take several layers to get done. But I can at least get the basic bit done. Get the underneath layer done. Okay, while that is still wet, I'm going to get some bright red, so it's just a slightly different shade, and drop some of that in there that can mix in with it. And eventually I'm going to go over this with some brown and some darker and whatever, but this is going to be a good start. You know what, while I've got that colour, just to be a bit random, I'm going to add a little bit to the nose. And I'm going to get some of that same colour, put it on the back of his ears. A little bit of the same colour on the cheeks. It's almost nothing on the brush now, but it's little tiny bits that sometimes you paint things and you can't really see them, but as long as you know what you're doing and what you're aiming for, you can get a little bit of randomness on there. Randomness is a word. And it will help with the look. Okay, I'm just going to rinse that brush, put the head back, and if I can very quickly my wife has just sent me a message on my phone asking when I'm stopping for lunch, so I'm just typing a reply. How long have we been on here? 15 minutes, so about half an hour. There you go. Because she's home from work today. She's normally in work when I'm working, but today she's got a day off, so I imagine she's going to do some lunch. So instead of me eating a bowl of cereal, I might actually get a sandwich or something today, if I'm lucky. Okay, so, oh, hang on, she's typing a reply. Family drama acted out live on camera. I'm going to get a new piece of tissue paper because that one's a bit messy now. Oh, I don't think she's asking me because of food at all. She just said that she wants... Okay, because I have a favour to ask you when you do. I bet she's going to ask me to get the Christmas decorations down. I bet you that's what she's saying. I've just asked her what. Because we need to know. Okay. That's starting to look good. I am going to... Let's see. Tell you what, for just as a early, I can't think of what I'm trying to say now. I get some early colour down on the, what are they called? Eyebrows. Some early colour on the eyebrows, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to get some darker colour on there, just to start off with, and it'll help with how they look, but it'll also help me be able to see how the skin colour is doing in terms of where I want it to be. So, because you know that thing when you see someone without any eyebrows and they look weird? Well, you get that when you're painting a head, and if you can't tell what someone actually looks like, then it's really difficult to judge the, you know, the tone of the skin and all the stuff like that. So just put some basic colour down on the eyebrows. I'm just adding a little bit of extra shadow here and there. Seeing as I've got the colour on the brush, I might as well use it. So we want the underneath of the eyelids to be quite dark. It's only a thin wash, but it's a mix of black and umber, and it's just enough to add a bit of shadow to where things are. Actually, I know what I can use it for as well. Get some more on the brush, because this head has been sculpted. He's only got like a faint moustache, but this head's got it sculpted on, so I've really got to... I might have preferred to just paint it on if it wasn't sculpted, but it is there, so we will do it. And I don't think I moved the focus back up, did I? So doing all this close-up stuff might be out of focus, in which case I apologise for that. I just got a reply from Jane, and she's asked, "Can you get the Christmas tree out for me?" Told you. Told you. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go over the whole thing with that. That is too dark and not what I wanted. But if I go over the middle bit with a clean brush. And then pick up some of that colour again while it's wet. Oops. Bit where I don't want it to be. Nope, it's dried. Oh, it must have been before. Nope, totally dried. Okay, I'm going to have to paint over that with some more colour. That's fine, we will fix that. I'll turn that into shadow. Now, I can't see what I'm doing because an update on my computer popped up on my screen and I couldn't see what I was painting. Okay, so while I've got the dark colour, I'm just going to do some more shadows there. Add a few more inside the nose. Oops. Sorry. Add a few more to the eyebrows. Okay, I'm going to dab some around the face just to be random. Okay, let's see. You know what we can do while that's drying? We can, let's see, hat or sunglasses? Let's do the sunglasses. Okay, so let me just clean that. Let's cover these up so they don't dry out. Oh, don't dry out any more than they already are because I need some new ones. But I keep painting instead of going to the art shop, so self-inflicted. That's not bright red. That's deep red. Bright red. Okay. Blue. So no, didn't say blue. Not the hat. The sunglasses. Which are, if I look at a picture of them, gold. Okay. So gold on the sides. So if I just drop some gold there on the palette, that should do. Let's see, I'll use this brush. And hopefully you can see, tell you what, webcam number 2. Let's bring the focus up a little bit. Where's it going to be? Is that in focus? Okay, so that's past it. There you go. Okay. You've got to be careful not to break it because it's easy to lean on this a bit too much. And I'll do a few layers on this. To get it bright enough. It's actually quite fiddly. Any overspill, if I do any, I can just touch up with the black to give it a neat edge again. Like that bit. But I'll take a few layers just because like with any paint I suppose, but more so in this case, the gold paint on this stuff is sort of suspended within the liquid, and when you paint it on, in the first layer at least, it's not all shiny because the gold can separate from the liquid a little bit, and it just makes it not as shiny as you want. But then you go over it again, and the bits that aren't shiny get filled in. That's okay to start with. You can see what it's going to look like. So that's just grey primer. Obviously these have got to be sanded a little bit and painted again and more varnish put on, but it's because they'll be shiny in the end. You can see what they look like. It's quite good. So I'll do the same on the other side. Ooh, I can hear Jane in the kitchen. So maybe with any luck, in payment for me climbing into the loft to get the Christmas tree down, I might actually get a sandwich or something. I'll let you know on the next video. Almost done. I'm just leaning around to the side a bit, so I'm putting my face almost in line with the camera, just because I need to get close to these ones. And like I said, I'll go back with black and touch up any bits that aren't quite a perfect straight line on the edges, and I'll go over them again with the gold to make them shiny all over, because I can still see bits of grey through them, but that shows what they're going to look like. So if you imagine they're gloss and shiny, and there's your fancy expensive quite garish sunglasses. Nothing I would wear, but then I don't have to. Okay, I'm going to do a lighter. Let's just get rid of that gold. And then get a different brush. I want to make a lighter blue. Now then, do I use... No, too light. Wrong colour, but if I mix that in with royal blue, which I do want, basically I just want that's a little bit lighter than royal blue, so I can brush it over and it looks sort of like highlights. But instead of mixing some white into it or something like that, I want it to still just essentially be blue but a little bit lighter, and I think something like that might work. If I can get all the brush off the start underneath where you can't see it where you can't see it as much. Sorry, coughed then. And this is going to take a few coats, just because I can already see that I'm going to need to go back with a darker one and add in some shadows and stuff. But this is, whoops, almost ruined because it fell onto black paint. I was lucky that there's none on it. So this is giving me some good highlights and stuff. I'm not even doing it on the camera. Oh, sorry. I'm basically just brushing this colour that I've just mixed on it to get highlights on the bits that are, you know, raised up highlights. It's made it a little bit light, so what I'm going to do, I'll go back over it when this is dry. I'll go back over it with royal blue. I will give it a thin wash of royal blue, and I will take it back down to the main colour, but it will still have the highlighty bits. And then I will paint some shadows in those crevices. Not much though, because I don't want it to look exaggerated, but just enough. You know what? I can do it now. There you go, working on the fly. If I get some liquid and get some of that black colour, which is sort of just a washed down grey now. If I do that and get that colour and just sort of dab it in the shadowy bits, I can even brush my finger over the top to remove any that I don't like. Because I don't want this to look like, you know, cartoon painted in shadows, but I want it to help with the effect, but so that the person looking at it doesn't realise that they're painted in shadows. You'll just think, oh, they're just shadows, that's real. It's a bit like on Darth Vader's helmet, where if you look at Darth Vader's face, and most people, including me, for years didn't even know that it was there. It looks like it's just a black faceplate, and you know, it's just lit up by the lights wherever he's walking around. But anyone who collects props will know that part of his face, like one cheek and part of the nose, I think, and under the chin and the side of the head, actually painted like a gunmetal grey silver colour. And what that did is, when they were filming it, instead of it just looking all black and you couldn't see any of the shape, it made it look like there were reflections coming from lights, but it was actually just silver paint on the black face. And most people don't even know that that's there, but that's on Darth Vader's face. Half of Darth Vader's face is painted silver, and it's a similar effect. I'm just doing this to highlight the fact that there are shadows and highlights, but when it's done, and when I've gone back over with the highlights, and when I have gone back over with the wash of blue just to tone it all in, you won't really notice. It'll just look like a blue hat, which is what I'm after. Just doing a quick, super light, sorry, off the camera again. I'm doing a really quick and light dry brushing over the highlights. So I'm trying not to touch the shadowy bits, or at least to just blend them in. Okay, that's okay. And then there's a bit of shadow under there, just because, well, it's going to be darker. And then I will let that dry, and when that's dry, I'll do a thin wash of royal blue on top of it, and that will pull it all in. That's looking good. So where are we with this? Where are we with this? I can't even talk. I must be hungry. Okay. This is looking good. It's still a bit wet, so I can't do the next things that I want to do. So we might call this now. It's 40 minutes, so that's okay for a video. Yeah, this is starting to look good, because I haven't done any flicking or anything yet to get any, you know, random skin stuff going on. I will do that. I just want to get the colours more accurate first. But that's definitely on its way. Cool. Okay, let me swap cameras. Why has that gone dark? Hang on. Camera settings, main camera. Okay. Hang on. That's a bit jerky. Why is that gone jerky? Put it on default. Okay, that'll do. Got there in the end. Okay, that'll do for now. That's 40 minutes, so that's... I don't want to make these too long. I don't want to make them short, like a 10-minute video, because you can't do anything in 10 minutes. If it's an edited down video, that's fine, because you can show everything quickly in 10 minutes. But on these live, real-time painting ones, 10 minutes doesn't get me anything done. Because I'm painting some of these heads for a week. Some of the statues I'm painting for 2 or 3 weeks. So 10 minutes, I would have my brushes out, I'd mix a bit of paint, and then it'd be over. So I want to make them long enough that you can see stuff happening. But I don't want to do like a 2-hour video, because no one's got 2 hours to watch a video. So 40 minutes will do for now. Right, so that's it. I'm going to go get some lunch and apparently climb into the loft and get the Christmas decorations down. Suppose you got to do it. I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping me company. And that's it. I'm going to go and I will see you next time. So have a good day and enjoy yourselves and be nice to people. We need more of that. That's it. I'm going to go. I must be hungry because I'm rambling and I don't know what I'm saying now. Right, I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.